What's up, y'all? Ice Gang in this thing, and it's another day. One of those days I actually have off, which is amazing, right? It's MLK Day as I'm recording this, so be sure, especially if you have melanin in your skin, to take time. Even if you don't have melanin in your skin, right? Take time and you know just thank God. Um, Study your history. Learn something you didn't know about, civil rights. Do a lot of different things so that you can, you know, make the sacrifices worth it, right? Because like I couldn't even do, the things like I do, right? Um, in the lanes that I run in, had it not been for the sacrifices and the hard work of Dr. King and other civil rights leaders, right? So today I'm taking my day off. I'm working. I'm studying both Word and for school, and I'm installing gun parts, right? Because I love to have the time to do so, right? And so that leads me to the point of today's video, right? Um, Basically, I've added another upgrade to the Glock 17, right? Um, so I'm gonna show it to y'all right now. Boom, right? And if you've been following along, you know exactly what this upgrade is because it sticks out like a sore thumb, right? So what I did was I added. Okay, I'm not pointing it at me. It's off to the left, right? But I added um, a beaver tail to my 17, right? This gun is clear, right? If I flag the camera, right, this is a safe direction, okay? So don't worry about it, alright? But I've added this beaver tail, right? Pretty much purely due to the last competition I ran and the last range day I ran with Double Tap Coalition. By the time y'all see this, I'll be posted all that. But this is pretty much the only gun I've been running for real for the past excuse me, for the past couple months, something like that. Pretty much only been running Glock, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I actually do enjoy this ride, right? I love my DASA guns like the 92. This is also a clear gun, right? But it's nice to push a little bit of polymer, right? Um, and I can find parts in so many places for this gun. Super simplistic, right? I haven't cleaned it, and I'm probably at the end of this next match. I'm going to be looking at about 1,000 ish, no, 1,500 rounds, give or take, right? Through training and other things, right? And yeah, it's not the Indian, it's definitely the arrow, right? I was out there with guys that had $6,500 aliens, right? Um, Mechanics, Smith and Wesson, Staccatos, all types of really good guns, and I was holding my own, or in some cases shooting better, right? No disrespect to anybody that has been out within the last times that I've been out shooting, right? So I bought this OEM Gen 4 uh, G17 backstrap set off the Female Warrior site. Okay, nobody gets free promotion, but I bought that off that site for super, super, super cheap, but I could only get it in blue, right? So that's why they're in blue. I did not choose this. This is all that they had for the price, right? And the price is about, half of a dub, if you know what that means, right? And yeah, so basically while I was out there shooting, I would get like railroad tracks in my hand, right? And that's from having a high grip and the slide reciprocating, right? This is why I prefer beaver tails, right? Like with this clear gun Beretta, right? You see, it has a beaver tail which keeps the slide from touching my hand. There's also a good bit of gap, but with Glock, sorry, the bore axis is so low in your hand, and for those of y'all that don't understand bore axis is the sight of the height of the bore over your hand, right? So when how high this is over this is, some guns have higher, some guns have lower. Typically, the general understanding is you want to shoot. There's two different types of understandings. One side says you want to shoot the lowest bore axis that you can. Other side says I don't really care, right? And they normally shoot P320s, Berettas, 1911s, 226s, etc., right? But for me, if I enjoy shooting the gun, I'm going to enjoy shooting the gun. The only thing I didn't enjoy was, like I said, getting this meat from the web of my hand, pause, no diddy, snatched into the back of that slide or cut by the back of that slide. So, threw a little back strap on there and it was good to go, right? Now, originally, I was not planning on cutting this back strap, right? I was just going to throw the whole thing on there, but I forgot I have that Glock store thug plug in there, right? To add a little bit of weight. And I didn't want to take this thug plug out, so that's something to note. If you want a thug plug from the Glock store, which that's the one little bit of free promotion that they'll get from me. But if you want a thug plug, that's cool, but you won't be able to hook your back straps in there. You're gonna have to cut it, and you can use it that way. So it took me about half seconds, a little bit of 220 sandpaper, a good set of scissors and a knife, to kind of just carve it up and make it look clean as I could, and then I took a lighter, melted the plastic a little bit, so that it was nice and smooth and not rough to my hand, right? And yeah, so there we are. We're good, right? So we're good to go. We're ready to rock. I think the next thing, if I do anything else to this 17, I might start studying or researching different trigger options, right? I'm not gonna lie, out of Glock triggers, which they're mystery triggers. Geez, they are, right? I have two 17s, right? And I've had a 34, and I've had a 19, and a 45, technically, right? And each one, triggers are completely different, right? Like, absolutely, right? Here's the wall, kind of, right? It's kind of spongy. Then there's another break right there. A third break right there. 4. And then it breaks for real, right? But the reset, it's pretty positive. It's right there, right? So I might see what options I can get into for this platform. I also might see if I can do a Cerakote, right? That blue, the rest of the gun is non-cohesive and it's bothering me a lot. So I might see if I can send this to get Cerakoted. Nice little Cerakote job. I'm considering porting, but probably not. Alright, because porting would push me out of the carry optics lane and push me into what is that, open, right? Which means I'll be competing in open with a stock gun. Don't know if I want to do that. Maybe for fun, but not to win. But I also have another barrel, so who knows, right? So we'll see what's next. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Follow me on Instagram at IZ Defense Academy. Follow me on Twitch at 187 West. Facebook, Wesley Barron. Straight to the point cutlery if y'all are into knives. Shout out to AGB, which is my group that I'm running with. Young men, all from different walks of life that are trying to push each other to become better. And I'll see you guys next time. Straight out. IZ out. Peace.